today. Very low conviction day for me here today. I just pulled a few $100s out, and I am just sitting here on the sideline waiting for a form of retracement. I was afraid that we were running into the low before on the triple Qs. And, spiders as well turned around just at the same time the Qs did. And you basically just been seeing nothing but a straight up move rally trying to fill this gap. We talk 62.56 critical levels on the triple Qs. Look for the perfect storm scenario. Look for that little blip trade followed by the retracement. There was your blip trade in the triple Qs. Bottomed out 62.51, just 5 cents below that level, and then proceeded to hold and bounce upward. So just taking a look at the triple Qs right now. I'm going to take a look at the daily right here. That tail's a little exaggerated, but let's see what's happening. We're breaking underneath this ascending channel support line right here. Potential rising wedge here as well, as you did see it tighten and break down. So you're just really playing that really small level, if you will. We're going to need to have a bullish move to get back within this ascending channel if I am to remain bullish here whatsoever. I mean, for me, this is the potential resolution, but just keep in mind what happened last time. Look what happened last time we broke this ascending channel support, or even rising wedge support. 61.54. We put in a hammer bar. We come right back in over the next few days. What's going on? We trail off again. We break it again on July 11th right over here, as you can see. Bottomed out, had one more day of follow through, and then proceeded to bounce back in. The thing for me ultimately is when this rising wedge gets to the zenith point, this little, I don't know what side I'm on. I don't know what side. I think I'm going to break lower here. I think I'm going to have that weakness, that bearish continuation pattern, or maybe I'll stay within a bullish trend. Maybe that's an ascending channel. Maybe I want to get back in there. Maybe I want to fight. I know all this little fooling around, kidding around, finally resolves because no one gets the follow through in the end. That is the ultimate test of a wedge, when nobody wins. The bulls don't get their way and the bears don't get their way, all the way up until, of course, resolution. So traders, as they're seeing and they're trying to read the breakout, they're trying to go long here, sell here, long here, sell here, long sell, long sell, long sell, and you're trying to actually determine how and if those Qs or spiders are going to be breaking down out of these wedges. What you finally end up realizing is the game is over as soon as that rising wedge gets to the zenith point. And that's when you see the Qs make a dramatic decision. I'm not really surprised to see the move up here. For me, it was sort of disappointing, coming in today, maybe even off a head that I knew I wouldn't be comfortable with if we gapped down this much. I was hoping that we could have caught this move maybe via a short. Maybe we're down 15 cents and then down $1. $1 and change. We were down $1.60 in the triple Qs before. That was such a major down move. But for me right now at these levels, I was unable to short it. I did not go short home over the weekend. And that's exactly what I was afraid of, coming in and not being able to find my conviction on a day like today. There were a couple solid plays from the room. My best name of the day right here, Sam Harry, was able to catch a little bit of money here. We saw that beautiful breakout coming, that breakout right at 1061. Take a look at the 5-minute chart here. What happened through 1061? Oh, you better believe it. Level could have been 1064. That's triangle wedge I drew from the daily right there. And look at that beautiful breakout. Bull flag formation right now. This is a 5-minute look. You're sort of in a triangle wedge right now at the moment as the stock awaits resolution, as it further progresses. But you're in a bull flag. You're in a triangle wedge. It's a very bullish formation. I like the flag right here on the daily. Same picture too. Love it. Trying to resolve this potential wedge here on the daily. It's a beautiful look. You have overhead daily resistance. And again, my next target, $13.15. 15 cents. So pretty slow day overall. Didn't want to really just, to me it's a very low conviction day. It was a beautiful bounce. I was afraid that was the bottom right there. I was scooping Apple by the day lows. Apple, I was able to take, a point and then a point and change and then a couple points, and I was able to play to the long side, but by no means did I have the holding power to hold that Apple for $16 move as Apple's slamming through day highs. Look for Apple to go positive here. Gap fill was the name of the day today, and that's basically what most stocks tried to do, was they tried to fill these gaps, and it was a wonderful job and a wonderful move, and unfortunately, I cannot find conviction on a day like today, because even though you're having a beautiful up move, I still say, well, if the Qs tried to approach levels like 64.50, 64, 30, if the Qs tried to have a little further push from here, I try to look for a bearish approach to the market, simply because I know my risk reward is best at those levels. And if I'm wrong, it's fine, and it goes up, and I look for new levels. And if I'm right, I could really kill it on a play like this, because a resolution here. Let's take a look at the Qs on the weekly. This will show you. Check this out, something I noticed over the weekend. You're testing critical support levels down here around 62.37, and I got a critical support level down right around 59.60 to 59.70, right within those levels. So for me, any potential resolution here on the weekly could break down. Some could argue this is just a huge bull flag on the weekly. Keep in mind, so many people are quick to denounce the market and the moves that it had. Look what the triple Qs did. That could be argued as one big bull flag, right? But the truth is, I am not looking at the Qs right now from a heavily monthly perspective. I am not looking at this from a monthly perspective. I am, but I'm not trading it on a monthly perspective. I'm not holding, several leaps or things like that. So I'd rather bet on the short-term moves. I don't mind having a time frame for a few weeks to a month, and then on a time frame like this, there could be a bull flag continuation. Excuse me, could be a bull flag continuation pattern, but on a chart like this, your risk reward is always better as you approach that resistance level. So, gonna wait for signs. I guess this is more of that boring sit and wait and be patient. We talk so much about patience, and I'm just gonna wait patiently for my next opportunity to short, simply because, think about it like this. I go long here on the daily. I'm looking for support in the triple Q 62.51, right? That's around a 90-cent risk. I look to short it. I short it versus potentially the retracement into here all the way at 65.30 within that rising wedge. Notice that I have to risk 90 to the downside, $1.70 to the upside. No good risk reward for me in terms of those parameters. But I do think you'll find a lot of good individual setups. You have the educational names moving and whatnot. Some pretty good stuff there. So, yeah. You take a look at this EDU on the daily. Does it get more bearish than that? What do you want to see? What do you want to see here that'll make it look, more bearish? You got that little rising flag, and with low volume, it's slowly rolling down the hill. This thing looks like it could collapse. Technically, it could collapse. Technically, a bear flag continuation pattern would bring this stock down to just over $7. That would represent the break right here of 941. Let's say even the flagpole started today. You got approximately a $6 range right here on this one candle. $6-7 looks around technically in the cards. So yeah, very simple. Again, just sitting back, waiting for my opportunity. If you guys have any charts you would like broken down or any technical questions, now would be the time to ask. When a bull flag or bear flag is nullified, the flagpole has been broken. So let's take, you take a look right now. Let's just take an example right here. Let's take SSH right now. What would break this flag? Definitely a break of 960, a break of 990, and you probably crippled it, right? You look at the bottom right here. So that for me is what really nullifies it on a technical basis, because from a technical perspective, you're not supposed to break the flagpole of the bull or bear flag pattern in order to remain it intact. So for me, as soon as that flagpole breaks, here's the real question for me. There is no, I haven't learned anything that said otherwise, but basically, let's say you're stuck between 960 and 990 on the 15-minute and you don't know which one to use as support for the flag. What do? Go right to the higher time frame. Check it out right here, the hourly. The hourly says it's 990, not 960. So for me, because the hourly on the higher time frame confirms this, a break of, for example, $9.90 would represent the flagpole completely breaking. For me, the flag starts looking ugly if you break below this support line. Look, you're resting beautifully right upon it. Look at that. You're resting right on that support level right here. It could break down. You have phenomenal risk reward to the long side right here in SSH. If 1130 holds, 1124, I could play this thing long potentially with 11 underneath 1124 stop just on my own personal risk parameters, and it's a very beautiful flag formation. The flagpole is both. It's a large green or large red bar, basically, with elevated volume. Then afterwards, how you know it's a flagpole and not just a random fat finger, if you will, is that you see the stock digest down here on tapered off volume. So to identify a bull or bear flag, you have to have the flagpole, red or green. That determines if it's bear or bull. And then you have a flag digestive pattern, which comes in many shapes, sizes, colors, etc. That's impossible, John. I wouldn't even know what that is. That's probably some mistake on the chart parameters. You have if you have an example, I know my chart sometimes like bugs out. If you have an example of that, I could throw it up and I could tell you what I see. All right, I'm going to sit here and watch the markets. Exactly what I thought, either grindy move up or nice, easy, smooth move down. And we've been having grindy move up all day. I knew it was going to be a hard trade for me. I was short a little Questcor Pharmaceuticals, and I got stopped out of that as that filled its gap as well. Apple positive, yep. All right, guys. Again, apologize for the tardiness of the presentation. I will see you guys here in the live trading broadcast, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.